What's going on, everyone? Welcome to EMT. My name's Emad, and today we're going to be building my very first PC. Is this going to be an epic fail? Let's find out. Alright guys, so now we're just going to do a quick overview on the parts that I got. First part I got is that case there. NZXT, I guess it is. It's supposedly a very good case. The other thing we got is the Radeon 5500 XT. I'm not going to be doing like 4K gaming or anything like that, so I figured this was probably my best option. Then obviously we got a copies of Windows 10 there. And that guy is the Ryzen 7. I believe it's the 3800 Ryzen 7. The reason I went with a Ryzen 7 is because, well, honestly, yeah, the first question I ask about a computer is what kind of processor does it have, so I figured just go with a decent processor. Other thing we got is the motherboard. I figured this is pretty much going to be the backbone of the computer, I guess, so I figured, hey, might as well go with a very good motherboard. This one has built-in Wi-Fi, and MSI is guess known for doing very good motherboards as well, and not to mention, if you see there, it's compatible with the Ryzen. Let's see what else we got here. We got the Corsairs RAM sticks there. These are the 3000 Hertz one. I didn't go for the lit up RGB and all that stuff. None of that really matters to me since the computer is just going to be hidden under my desk, so I didn't want to go the expensive route. But hey, if you guys like RGB, go with the RGB ones. They look pretty cool. And we got here a solid state 2TB hard drive. I'm going to be storing a lot of videos on here and doing a lot of video editing, so I figured, hey, this might help me out a lot. Let's see what else we got here. We've got one of these small little let's see what they're called here. I forgot what they're called, but this is a 500 gigabyte card. This is the memory that bolts onto the motherboard there. This is the one I'm going to have my operating system installed on. I'm going to show you guys exactly how I did all this, by the way, and hopefully it doesn't explode on me. And then we have the Thermaltake power supply. This is a 700 watt power supply, 80 plus. A very good power supply for the money. It also leaves room for upgradability. This is not the modular one. Again, I don't care too much for aesthetics. If you care for aesthetics, go with a Corsair modular or one of the other modular ones. Just make sure it's 80 plus, just means it's a little bit better. And yeah, guys, this is the setup. So enjoy. Let's put it all together now. Alright, so let's start with the case. Let's open this case up here. NZXT, guess it's the H510 compact mid-tower ATX case. No idea what all that means, but we're about to find out. Take your knife. NZXT. Is this sitting right? I don't think this is sitting. Now that's sitting right. Yeah, so this is the case, y'all. Looks pretty good, I might add. Yeah, it's got like a little tempered glass section here, so I guess I gotta handle that with care right there. So yeah, that's that here. Let's start taking this case apart. Alright, so the first thing I need to do with this bad boy is just pop off this little back panel right here. The way you do that is very easy. There's two little hand screws there, and here you just kind of press them. This should be kind of handy. This one is, thankfully. And then you just grab those and pull them out, and it should just pop off like a door. Alright. So that's that. So we got access to the back of the computer. This is where you're going to route all your wiring, to make it look cleaner. There's apparently some little thing there. So we'll take care of that, and let's move on. Alright, let's see what NZXT sent us here. Alright. Looks like miscellaneous connectors and ooh, zip ties. And some kind of an audio jack. We'll figure all this stuff out hopefully. Alright, we don't need that box anymore. Oh, instructions! Yay! Alright, well, let's find out what we're supposed to do. Alright, now we're just going to remove the tempered glass panel. Remember, this is glass, so you do want to be careful with this. If you're working on this exact case right here, so I think it just pops off, hopefully. Maybe, yeah, it does just pop off. Alright, cool. So, glass case! No, it's just. But, yeah. Alright, let's move on. That was easy enough. So now that we got the case opened up, let's start with the motherboard. Let's take this out of the box, unbox it, and see what we got. Yeah, MPG X570 gaming engine Wi-Fi. Never used it before. Again, this is my first ever computer build, guys, so not positive on how good these are, but the specs of it appear to be pretty good. Yeah, let's open this guy up and see what we got. Alright, MPG X570 Lightning. Oh, no need for a knife, okay. Ooh, this looks good. Alright, let's see what they gave us here. I guess it's a little insignia. That's pretty cool. Alright. The tiniest screw you can imagine. Look at that. Alright, let's go into the important bin. The sticker is not. Another tiny screw. I don't know why they bag these individually, but you might find out. A CD that's stuck onto a sticker. It's not going to have a CD drive, so I don't think we'll need that. I guess these are stickers that identify what inside of a computer. I don't think we'll need that. Alright, True Gaming. Just, I don't know what that is. Thank you for choosing an MSI product. Alright, yay. Instruction! Quick installation guide. Alrighty then, that's enough of that. What you got here? Shout out for MSI. Get out of here! Okay, and a very big book. Jeez, that's all bent up. What the hell, is this thing been open before? Or was it just like shoved in there anyway? Yeah, okay, so it looks like what do we got here? We got all the SATA cables, I believe, which are pretty cool. I think these are what these are. I don't know what kind of cable this is. We'll put those in the important section. And, oh, antennas. These are the Wi-Fi antennas. Okay. Cool. That definitely goes in the important section as well. Alright, I think we'll put these screws in the important section. And, well, this is the box, y'all. Wait. We're done with that box. Alright, so this looks like the important stuff that came out of it. These two tiny screws. I don't know what they're for, but they look very important for some strange reason. Got the wireless antennas, cables, I guess SATA cables or whatever. I'm not sure what those are exactly. We'll figure it out. Let's go ahead and start unpacking this motherboard here. Alright. Everyone says to place it on the box. I don't know what for, but yeah, just do as the professionals say to do. So we shall. Alright. Pull this out here. Alright, so I don't know how y'all can see that, but that's the motherboard. It actually looks really nice. So yeah, that looks really nice there. Alright, so let's get the processor in here, I think. The way you do that is you lift this little guy up there and let's go get the processor. Let's move the board over very nicely because it is very expensive. Let's go ahead and unbox the Ryzen 7. These are the specs of this particular one. I don't know. So that's that. And this is the actual chip itself. Alright guys, let's do this. Alright, this is the actual. So that's that. I want to be very gentle with this. Alright, so this is the cooler. That looks pretty cool. Okay, I'm sorry about that. And moving on. Oh wow, that's y'all can see that's pretty cool looking. Oh, okay. Alright. We got two cables on the bottom there. Okay, that's electric grease, I guess, or electric. I'm not going to keep touching it. There's stuff falling apart. Alright. So, there's cables in here. Not sure what they're for yet, but we'll figure that out. Alright, I don't think we need any of these. Alright, so we got these two cables, we'll put them in the cable pile. This is the actual processor itself. And it comes with a sticker, guys! You see the sticker? Again, try not to touch this. That looks, that really does look like dielectric grease. That probably is what it is, honestly. Or some kind of a heat grease or whatever it is. Alright, so let's unpack this Ryzen, guys. I know the instant I'm gonna open this, it's just gonna go flying out. Hopefully not. Okay, it's actually packaged nicely. And we get a sticker, guys. Alright, what is this here? Installation, who needs instructions? We're mad. So with this cool ass sticker in here, we need to be careful not to damage the sticker. Damage the processor, just not the sticker. Oh, there we go. Okay, so I've been told to not touch the processor except for the sides of it. So that's pretty much it. This is actually a pretty heavy little thing, man. That's crazy. Alright, so now let's bring the motherboard back into the picture here. I don't know if y'all can see that. Maybe you can. Maybe you can. There's like a tiny, like I don't know why they made it so tiny, but it is literally, like, the camera's not cooperating, but there's a tiny triangle, and you want to match this tiny triangle with another tiny triangle on the motherboard. So this is kind of like a weird little thing here. So okay, that's like a solid thud into the thing, and then after you get it done, you'll feel a little bit of resistance. Hopefully that's not it shredding the entire thing. But there we go. The Ryzen 7 is installed into the motherboard. We can go have a beer. Yeah, so that's that. Let's move on. Alright guys, so I'm sorry it didn't have the camera rolling. I placed the fan that came with it on there, and just trying to see that. So I just got these two little clips on the side. I don't know why this is so difficult. Bear with me, guys. Yeah, so that clipped in. And what I'm thinking is this little thing here is supposed to. Yeah, so that's on there, guys. That was actually really hard. I'm pretty sure this is probably going to be the hardest thing to do, but this looks like it's liquid cooled and all that stuff. Probably not. I have no idea what I'm talking about again. So this little cable plugs into this little pin. It's a little 4-pin connector there. It has these little grooves on it, so it's very difficult to get this wrong. But of course I will. Alright, so that's somehow actually installed in there now. Let me show you guys the clips that I was having a very hard time getting into place. So this is the fan, and then these clips right here. I don't know if you can see that one. These clips right there were actually really difficult to get on. There's also one on this side. That clip right there. Those are actually really difficult to get on, guys. I don't know if that's by design or maybe it's supposed to be in, but this thing's on there pretty solid now. It's not going anywhere. And hopefully we didn't damage that thermal paste or whatever that stuff is. Alright, so let's move the motherboard over yet again. And unbox this thing. That's what it is. NVMe M2 drive. This is the 970 Evo Plus Samsung. This is the 500 gigabyte. I would have gotten the 1 terabyte one, but they just didn't have it. I got all this stuff from Best Buy, by the way. I don't know how good y'all can see that, but yeah, let's go ahead and unbox this guy. Alright, what do we got in here? Alright, let's see how to do this. We will need the knife. Alright. Okay, Okay, so we did a little strap there. Alright, so this is the actual drive itself. Okay, thought I had paperwork on the back. Plastic cover, anything else in here? Nope. So that gets gently put to the side. Alright, so this is the actual card itself. Am I supposed to remove this paperwork on? I don't know if I'm supposed to remove this little. It looks like it's actually supposed to be removable, but I'm not going to do it. But if you guys know if I'm supposed to remove that or not, tell me in the comment section. I'm not sure. Alright, so this little port right here, where's my little red screwdriver of death? Alright, so this is the port that this goes in. This thing right here. So, if I remember correctly, this just kind of fits in there like so. Alright, so that's in there, and I think it's supposed to be like that, sticking up like that. There's a little booklet in there. Okay, this is just installation instructions. We don't need that, we don't need that, we don't need that, we do not need that. Oh, and the tape! Oh, I don't think we need that. And, yeah, so, alright, remember the little tiny screws, y'all? I think these little tiny screws are what actually holds this thing down. Let's find out if this is true or not. Oh, that's really small. Alright, so grab the little small bit on there. You know, I still think this is probably too big, but I might have one smaller than this. And I'm just gonna push this down. Yeah, this is definitely the screw. I'm not going to do that too tight. Again, I don't know how tight this is supposed to be, but I'm not going to do it real tight. I just kind of did it like... Yeah, that's good enough for me, y'all. And so that's installed. So, moving on! Alright, y'all. Now, let's unbox the power supply. Let's see how we're going to do this here. Thermal tape, please. Do not burn my house down. I'm just joking. This is an A+ unit. It's actually heard really good things about it, so you know, don't worry, guys. This should be alright. The power supply. What do we got here? Chinese instructions. Comes pre-coronavirus. Oh gosh, interesting. Okay, don't need any of that. Thermal tape, cool all your life. Oh, this is interesting. We don't need any of that. Okay, so cables going to the important section. Silica gel. Do not eat this. Alright, cool. That guy out. So this is the non-modular. Again, it has cables coming out of everything you can think of. Jeez. Alright. So it comes in a little poppy bag. I'm going to save that for my wife because she likes that kind of stuff. Alright. So this is the power supply. On, off, power. Well, it looks pretty standard, I guess. 700 watts, so it should handle a lot of power for a long time. So, alright. That's that. Now let's get this guy installed into the case along with the motherboard right after. Alright. So we're going to get all our tools out of the way. going to move the motherboard to a safer location off to the side there. I'm going to keep all of these important looking cables and stuff off to the side as well, because I'm going to be laying this board here down. Alright, so let's lay it on the side. Alright, well, I don't know if you guys can see that, but right there it looks like it's a little dust filter, and it's obviously made to have the fan, I guess, pointed down? Yes, because then the power button up and down. Even though the words are upside down, always go by the power button. Alright. Again, guys, please don't take me seriously. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. This is my first time doing this. So, I guess we're just going to drop this in there. There's a lot of wires. I think I'm definitely doing something wrong. Oh gosh. Okay, well, let's stand this up on its face here. Okay, yeah, so 4 screws. Yeah, 4 screws. Right there. I don't know where these screws are, guys. Did it come with the case? Huh. That's interesting. Where'd I put the screws? So, yeah, I think they did come with the case. Here's the whole bunch of screws and stuff. So, I don't know if you guys can see that, but it just says A. So, I'm trying to find what A is. Oh! Hexagon 6x32, okay. So, there they go. Those are them, okay. Alright. So, I'm gonna prop this. I'm just gonna prop this kind of up with my hand there. There's probably easier ways of doing this. There. Alright. I'm just going to get about all of those started there. Alright, so you just want to tighten them down. Alright, I'm not using too much pressure, I just want to make sure they are pretty snug. I'll work on cars too, so don't over tighten stuff is what I've learned. Alright, so whatever this is installed now. Moving on. Alright, so let's go ahead and finish the motherboard off now. Let's get Corsair RAM sticks in there. Again, this is what I went with. Y'all feel free to go with more powerful, less powerful, whatever kind of build y'all want to do. But I thought this was ample for what I wanted to do with this system. Alright, let's get these unboxed. Alright, let's see here. Yep, it does have a little plastic taggy thing. So, let's go ahead and me get these open here. Okay. Okay. Oh wow, these are made out of metal, y'all. I don't know why. I just thought they were made out of plastic. Okay, well, let's see where these things are gonna go. We're gonna place it. So I don't know why this isn't labeled, but I think usually they're supposed to. You don't have them. If you're just gonna run two, don't stack them side by side. Just like kind of space it, you know, one away from the other. I don't know if that makes sense to y'all, but just don't space them like that. Let's see here. I think the long end. Oh, that worked. And nothing exploded so far, so that's a pretty good day for me, surprisingly. Alright, let's get the second one in there. And remember, just try to space it. This one doesn't specify. I don't know if it matters on this particular board or not, but for all other boards I've seen or all the research I've done, they're supposed to be spaced one apart. So, you know, if you got 4 of them going in there, then you know it doesn't matter. But for 2, I believe they've got to be spaced apart. Y'all, this is crazy. I think everything's going as planned. Yeah, this is crazy, y'all. All right, so now I really do think we are ready to get this. Alright, so now I really do think we are ready to get this in the case. Alright, well, let's do this. So, I don't know if y'all can see that, but there are little pins where it looks like the board's supposed to sit. So yeah, let's see if we can try to get it in there. Alright, I don't know how I'm gonna lift the motherboard up though. I wonder if I could just lift it by the fan. You think y'all can lift it by the fan? Okay, so yeah, I'm just gonna place it in there. It'd be very slow, right? There's no reason to rush this at all. Alright, I think it's in there, and it's sitting under its own weight. So now I just gotta line up the screw cords there with it. Actually, already lined up, it looks like. Okay, so it just fit in there, like literally, like it went in there, and then something just like kind of like clicked down, and it's like seated perfectly. All the holes are lined up. Wow, there's a lot of screws. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 screws that I see. There's 8 screws that I see, and yeah. So let's get those screws in there. This is going good. It takes these screws. It says up here. These screws are the 432 by 5 millimeters. These installed, guys. That's 8 screws. I don't see anymore. Yeah, I don't see anymore, y'all. So I think this is done. I've finally got the motherboard mounted. Alright, so this is the graphics card. Again, I'm not using a really powerful one. I don't think I'm ever going to use, one of the major ones. I'm not really 100% into gaming. I don't stream and it's not my job and all that. But let's get into unboxing. Alright. Again, the only reason I really went with AMD, I just like AMD because I have stock in AMD. So that's why. So, let's get this open here. There's nothing inside the box. Gently place it onto the side. Okay, little foam pad. This is a nice little unboxing, man. A little envelope here for you. What have you got in here? Stickers! Y'all, these got stickers, y'all. Okay, this is my favorite. I'm forever an AMD fan now. Instruction? I don't feel any instruction. What is this? Thank you for purchasing. Okay. Alright. So this is the graphics card and then in another static bag. So, is there anything else in here? The stickers will go into the important stuff pile, of course. None of this stuff matters, by the way. It's only the stickers. Let's pull this out here and take a look at it. Oh, it's got the copper pipes in it too. Ooh. Oh, this is really cool looking stuff, man. Alright. I'm guessing this is supposed to come off, this little cover right here. Okay, yeah. That's supposed to be. Alright. Yeah, look at these ports are. That's interesting. We'll probably definitely figure that out here in a little bit. Yeah, so I think it goes like this. Okay. So, before we get this in there, close it back on its bag, I'm going to take the cover off of these, off of the back of the case there. So, these two screws right there. I think that's how it goes. It's like this. No. I don't think it's so. Yeah, it is those two screws, huh? Anyway, let's take them off and see what happens. Okay. So I do know there's a little port in there. This I don't know if you have an PCIe port. And I think that's what actually holds the graphic card. There's another one down here that looks exactly the same, but I'm going to go for this one because it's got chrome on it. I don't know how many of these I got to take off for this. I think it's two. I think it's two because it's got like two little things here. And this has got one little thing there, so I don't know. I'm just going to go for two. So, let's get this guy in the door there. Hopefully y'all can see. Yeah, so, I don't think there's any particular way to hold this. Yeah, I think it's just, it is what it is, locked on. So, I'm going to put this. This isn't fitting as gently as everything else is fitting. That doesn't fit right. Oh, now I got to do that. A lot of things happen very quickly there, but yeah, no, I think that's in there. So obviously I can't get those back on there, so I'm just gonna put in the two black screws to hold it down. And they probably don't need them, but Alright, so I think that's it for the graphics card, man. Why is this going so smoothly? What's going on? Now, we are going to go ahead and unbox the solid state hard drive. This is a 2 terabyte one. You know, if you need to go with this much memory, go for it. If you don't, then well, you know, you just don't. But I went for it because obviously I'm going to have like a lot of videos on here, and then, you know, just stuff from the past and all that stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and unbox it. I want a little strip there. Make sure you do that. Opening that. Gently place the box off to the side. A sealed instruction booklet. This is crazy. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Alright. So this is actually a pretty cool looking little hard drive. This is really small. Whoa, there's no cables for this. What in the world? Okay, so I think I may need to bring the instruction booklet back out. Alright. So, instructions time. Time to unseal. Alright, Samsung solid state drive. Okay, so I think you can either use this as an external or an internal. Well, this has just a universal stuff in it, man. How these are these? But then what's the big one, man? Y'all know what's going on here. Maybe an instruction booklet for the case? Nothing. Alright. Okay, so it says SSD drive installation, vertical mount. Yeah, no, I think I could take that off and mount it there, but then jump in Jehoshaphat's name. We're not supposed to connect it to the motherboard. Okay, well, I guess. I don't know, no professional, they'll probably just like laughing right now. Oh dude, you just do that. I think it's time to bring up the book. Yes, I know, there's a table of contents, guys, I know this. I think it has something to do with the SATA ports, but I'm not positive. I'm gonna see if these can plug into it. So these do plug into it. These are the SATA cables, I believe. Yeah, these do say SATA on them. What about this other larger one? Do y'all see this? So there's a big one and a little one. Do you even use the big one? No, that's what she said, guys. Alright? No, none of that. We're grown up here. Yeah, so I'm just going to use that one SATA cable. So I'm just going to mount it using this one cable, and hopefully it reads when we boot it. If not, then, you know, I'll probably need to go out and buy cables and stuff like that. I don't know if you can see that. It's got 2 little universal mounts there. I think I'm going to use the furthest one. So this little tab right there gets pushed down. That's how that comes up. Alright, so I guess I'm going to mount it this way. Let's see kind of screws those. That particular one takes there. So it takes C. So C screws M3 by 5. So these are the ones right here. So I'm gonna push them all the way back. I don't know if you can see that, but the screws are set all the way at the bottom because I just want a good, you know, like, I don't know. I'm not gonna do this for too much longer. Alright, so the Samsung solid state drive is installed in this little bracket here. Alright, should just click. There it goes. Yeah, so I clicked on. This was the screw. Let's do that. the solid state drive is installed there. Man, I don't know what I'm gonna do about this. I think I'm just gonna run the SATA cables and just pray that I'm right. Put this small pin on. I guess I should have done it previous to this. I'm just gonna run one of these SATA cables. Here. There's a little hole right here. This thing's gonna feed up here. Now there it goes. Yeah, so that's the SATA cable. Moving on. So now let's see if we can get some wiring connected, y'all. Alright, I'm gonna disconnect this mess right here. I really don't think I'm gonna be using all this stuff. So there's some Velcro little bits here. This is a pretty cool case, y'all. This is like legitimately thought out. Except for this. This is way too short. I don't know what this is, gets fed somewhere else. So what would happen if I brought this one underneath here? Let's see if it comes out anywhere near fan connector. And if it does, I'll show you. Don't worry. Okay, this is a 3-pin. I did not see a 3-pin. Is this not supposed to be used? Kind of makes sense since it was so short to begin with. What about this other one here? Looks like it's the same. Okay. And just come around there. Okay. What are these? This is crazy, y'all. I don't know what's going on, man. Yeah, this is the hardest part of the build right here is definitely the connector. Alright, so yeah. Let me go try to figure this out and I'll be right back. Alright, so I think I'm slowly kind of figuring this out. Apparently the big port that goes into this Samsung right here actually goes to the power supply. Now, which one it is, I have no clue. But I'm just slowly working at it to figure this is a crazy setup. To figure out exactly what's going on. I know this is the big port right here. This actually goes, oh, it's broken. So I know this is the one that mounts onto the actual motherboard. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that now and I'm gonna show you exactly what I did. There's a big connector right here on the motherboard. That's the one that's gonna go. So I'm gonna go ahead and route that. All right, so not doing any cable management or whatever they call it now, so I'm just going to go ahead and hold this as best I can here. Alright, I'm just trying to figure out how I have this oriented. Pretty sure it's supposed to go in like this. Oh yeah, so just want to paste it in there until it clicks. It's a very light click. But yeah, so now we got some sort of power to it. Alright, and now we are... So I had plugged this into a port that says pump fan 1, and then I noticed there's another port on here that says CPU fan 1. So I think I'm going to actually take the connector for the fan, and I'm actually going to place it in a port that says CPU fan. And you know that they are labeled, none of which I have any idea what they are. Alright, so we've got the 24 pin one connected. There's a connector up top right there. I don't know if y'all be able to see that, but that is, I think, the CPU power one. And so yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and connect this one. So what I do is I'm trying to navigate all these intestines to see what's what. And I think this one, even though this says PCIe, and this one says CPU, but that bolt over there says CPU. I think I'm just gonna connect this one to it, y'all. So I'm just gonna route it up through there. Yeah, this is by far the hardest part, y'all. I don't know why I was tripping about that fan. I should be tripping about this. Try to get this to turn. I need to bend it outside of the gosh, man. Hopefully you guys can see that. I don't know if you can see it, but this thing is being a pain. It is what it is, man. I still gotta do what I gotta do. So, yeah, I can't get this in there. Maybe this is the wrong one. I don't think it is, but let's just keep trying, man. God, it's almost in there, guys. Yeah, we're like almost there, y'all. Yeah, I can't believe this is this hard. Yeah, we did it, y'all. Alright, so yeah, there's like 4 more pins right next to it that are empty. And I have no idea what they're for. So it says, wait, there's a connector here that says system fan, but it's a 4 pin. No, the ones that are coming out of this chassis are 3 pin, but the thing is fit except for one prong. Guys, this is really hard. Yo, respect for the people out there who can build one of these. This is really hard. This is not easy. I think I could probably change a head gasket in like a Honda Civic faster than I can probably build one of these. Because I'm still nowhere near done, so. Alright. So while I was messing around, I did find out that these connectors right here do fit into this port right here. So yeah, that is definitely a power port of some sort. Which one of these goes into what? I think they're probably all the same. I think they're just splices. So I don't know, I'm just gonna go with the one that looks the neatest on there and probably put it on. But yeah, no, as you can see, they really do just both of them, and it really does just clip into there. So, yeah. See? It just clips on right in there. I don't know if I'm gonna use this splice though, or one of these splices, whichever one's is gonna end up making it look nicer. So moving on. All right, so these are the SATA cable ports right here. I don't know if you can see them, but those ports right there, they're the SATA cable ports. So I plugged in the SATA cable that I plugged into the hard drive into there. And I also am gonna go ahead and plug in the power port that I showed you that went into the hard drive. I'm gonna go ahead and plug that in now. Again, I wish I would have known which plug went into what. I plugged in, and so I think those are I don't think we're gonna need to use those kind of power cables anymore. And now I don't know. I'm gonna feed these in through here so we can start finding out where they go. Well, these are the ones that are connected, I guess, up here. So we got like a USB-C, a USB, obviously a power button, and a audio jack. So find out. Okay, so this one there it says HD audio. So I'm just gonna look for something that says audio and it fits this plug. That's basically all I can do. There's a big. I think this is a USB-C. This blue one, this blue plug right here. I think this is for the USB-C. No, just the USB port. There's a big thing right there. I think. Look, after I get all these connectors plugged in, then I'm gonna start, working on trying to make it look nicer. I just want to make sure that everything is, that I can actually do everything before I even attempt to worry about such things. Yeah, no, I have no idea. Hold on. Okay, so the USB-C port, I don't know if y'all can see that, but this USB-C port right here, I actually plugged into this one. It looks like there's one of them that's identical to it down here, so I mean, I guess if y'all want to route it through the bottom or not. Remember, I'm mounted the 2 fans over there, so I got the 1 fan wire coming up from here, and I think I'm going to go ahead and route this fan wire out from the bottom so it looks so bad. I'm going to go ahead and do that. Again, I don't know if this is going to work or not, mainly because these fan plugs are actually 4-prong, and the fan plugs that the case came in this one and this one are 3-prong. So fingers crossed again. Hopefully it doesn't explode or explode too badly. If it just kind of pops, that's also acceptable. Anyways, now we're gonna try to do the F panel plug. Again, this is one of these. I don't know which one it is. Obviously, it's not the audio one, so it's one of these 2 ports here. And the reason I'm not really showing you how to feed it through the pack is because that's kind of up to y'all on what motherboard y'all are using. I think I chose probably the hardest motherboard out there. Yeah, I believe this plug right here goes into a port that's labeled JFP. Looks the same. It's got the same missing plug. I'm gonna try to plug it in there and see if it. This one through the bottom there. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, that one plugged in. Again, just because it plugged in doesn't mean it's right, but I'm just kind of going for broke here. Alright, so we got that one. Let's see what else we got from the actual case itself that needs to be plugged in. HD audio. Okay, so HD audio. So, figuring some of this stuff out. Like for instance, the port that says JFP1, there's another port that says JUSP2. Okay, so the JPPM1 port That one looks to be the same as the HD audio plug. So I'm gonna go ahead and feed this one through the bottom there. Ah, J-Odd1. Okay, so it's the one right beside it. It's the one right beside it. It's this one, guys. I don't know if you can see that, but it says J-Odd1, and it's a plug that matches. Alright, let's see. Yeah, so that one does plug in there, guys. Alright, what else are we doing here? I can't. So turn this around. I can't even find a port that looks like this in the back of the computer. I think this is the USB-C. So slowly I'm figuring this out, and I don't know why I didn't think about this before, but the graphics card actually needs power to it. So those are what the PCI cables, these guys right here. I don't know if you can see, but these PCI cables there, they are actually what goes into the graphics card. So I'm gonna go ahead and we'll go into the graphics card right there. So I'm gonna go ahead and route those and get it plugged in. Let's see how best do this. Should I go from the bottom or the side? Okay, I'm just gonna go from the side. Alright, so I'm just gonna go ahead and plug that in. There we go. So that's connected there. If it'll look better if let's try to route it from the bottom and see if it looks any better. Gosh, yo. Can't mount this without it looking janky. That's why modular power supply is more money. Anyways, I'm just gonna do it from the side. Alright, well, that's that. That's plugged in. Now let's keep trucking and trying to figure all these out. Alright, y'all. Power-wise, I mean, I think I'm done. I have literally like millions more wires coming from the power supply. This wire right here, I'm pretty sure this is for the USB-C, but I can't find a port for it on my motherboard, so maybe my motherboard just doesn't deal with the USB-C. So yeah, other than that, I think I'm just going to I'm just going to shove them up in there for now. Yeah, let's shove them up in there, and we're going to take this to the desk here, see if this thing's gonna explode or not. Alright, y'all, let's head to the desk and see what we got. Now that we've got the computer built, we've got it all hooked up, how to get all the drivers and everything installed. Again, I'm not too positive on how to do that just yet, so we're just gonna let it go and we're gonna see what we can do. So I take it the first steps first is obviously connect everything. So we got the keyboard connected, we got this mouse right here connected. The speakers aren't connected yet. The monitor's connected, our desktop. So yeah, let's get down to it. So the first things first is let's turn on the computer and hope it doesn't explode. All right, so got the computer running now. Okay, there goes, the monitor's on. All right, now it says reboot and select proper boot device. Okay, and press a key. Okay, so that didn't work. Do a hard reset on this. Alright, so got the screen on. Alright, so Windows Boot Manager just came up. So I'm gonna go ahead and select 64-bit. I have no idea what that means. I don't know what 32-bit means. I'm just gonna go to 64-bit because that sounds more HD. I don't know. Loading up there. Alright, so we're at the Windows setup page now. So we'll go ahead and select everything we need. Obviously, install language, English, time and cursive format, the keyboard or input, US. Yep, next. And okay, so install now. Alright, so it says setup is starting. Alright, so it's asking me for my Windows key. So I'm gonna go ahead and enter this in. And after I enter it in, I'm just gonna press next. And I'll bring you guys back. Alright, so after we got the drive entered, it's just gonna ask us to accept a whole bunch of stuff that is fine, whatever. So I disconnected my the Samsung 2 terabyte because I don't want Windows to be installed on that at all. So I'm gonna install that after everything is done. I'm just gonna reconnect that SATA cable or whatever it's called. gonna go ahead and select the one drive. That's the NVMe drive. I'm gonna go to next. Just gonna let that load. Shouldn't take too long. Alright, so I guess it's just gonna go through this entire section right here. Once it's done, I'll bring you guys back. Alright, so it finished installing, it just reset. And now it's asking us what region. So I'm gonna go ahead and select United States for me. Yes, we want the US keyboard. Would you like to add a second keyboard layout? I'm gonna put skip on that. Alright, so it says, let's connect you to a network. See, I kind of don't know if I want to connect to the internet right now, so I think I'm gonna say I don't have internet for now, because I don't want it to install any of that unnecessary files and stuff like that off the internet. So I'm just gonna wait for that. So I'm gonna go here with continue with limited setup. Again, I just don't want all that junk to be downloaded on the computer, so I'm gonna go with a limited setup. So now it's asking me who's primarily going to be using this laptop. So this is probably just going to be an everything laptop. So for me, I'm just going to put Tadros Fam. So you got the name entered in. Go ahead and click next. It's asking me to create a super memorable password. I really don't think I'm gonna enter a password. I'm just gonna let it go, because you know, if somebody breaks into my house and is using my computer, that's really that I could care less at that point. All right, do you have any more devices with active history? I'm just gonna put no. Get help from your digital assistant. I'm just gonna say decline. All right, so I think this is all mostly just like spyware and adware and all that stuff. So I'm just gonna put no for everything and just turn everything off and then press accept. So let's see what happens. Getting everything ready for you. Sweet. All right, so it's saying this may take several minutes. So I'm gonna pause the video right here, and yeah, once it comes back to something different than this screen, I'll bring you guys back. All right, so after they waiting for something, it didn't even take several minutes. It literally probably took under less than a minute. Like I turned the camera off and then turned it back on, and then so yeah, I think that's pretty much the screen. So now I think we have Windows legitimately installed on the computer. So yeah, let's go ahead and play with the settings so we can try to get max power out of the computer. So now that we're at the desktop screen, what I'm gonna go ahead and do is I'm gonna reconnect my the data that I disconnected before from the Samsung 2 terabyte here. So we got that connected back in. So after connecting this drive in, we're gonna go to the start. We're gonna, I guess, try to reformat it. So we'll put in drive. Hopefully something comes up. Let's put in drives. So after going to the storage thing, I was finally able to get the SSD, the Samsung one, the external one, not the NVMe, but the other one, to actually come up. I had to go through storage and do all that to get it to come up, but I finally did. So I'm gonna go ahead and set this, reformat this to NTFS and see what we got. So GPT, okay, that sounds good. Okay, so let's go ahead and go to new simple volume, I guess. You want to set it up? Yes, we do. Okay, all of it. Yeah, I like drive E because EMAD. Or actually, no, let's set it for M for Monica. NTFS. Yeah, all that's fine. Alright, let's go ahead and finish that. And bam, that drive is. Oh, okay, now bam, that drive is set up. And let's move forward. Alright, so yeah, now that we got the drive set up and formatted the way we wanted it, let's go ahead and I guess just connect to the internet, see how many hours of updates it needs. So let's do that. Since mine has Wi-Fi, I'm gonna connect it via Wi-Fi. If you have Ethernet, just plug the Ethernet cable and you'll be connected to internet. But for me, I'll have to enter a password and do all that. So yeah, let me do that right now for y'all. If I remember correctly, there should be something here that said Wi-Fi, but there is no such thing. So I'm going to open up Windows. I'm just going to just type in Wi-Fi here and see what comes up. Yeah, Wi-Fi settings. Alright, so yeah, Wi-Fi is on. Show available networks. I'm going to go ahead and connect to my 5G network. Connect automatically. It's going to ask me for the password. Alright, so enter that in. Verifying and connecting. It's going to connect now. Now that you're connected, you'll be able to finish setting up your device. Okay, so let's do that. No, skip for now. Okay, so let's go to updates and see what it's doing. It's doing something because that little light is going crazy. There's definitely something happening. Let's try to see if we can find out what's happening. Alright, so let's check for updates here. Yeah, so it's gonna have to update all of this. Yeah, I'm just gonna let it eat, and yeah, well, it's gonna restart and start back up and restart and start back up. So I'm just gonna let it keep doing its thing, and yeah, and I'll bring you guys back right after it's finished and see where we can go from there. So after it finished updating everything, there was just a big restart button. I accidentally clicked it before turning on the camera, but it restarted, and this is what came up. So I'm gonna go check and see if it's actually finished updating or if it's just that. So let's go check and see what we got. Yeah, so it says you're up to date. That's pretty much it. We got a nice running PC now. The only thing left to do is I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna shut this PC down. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to reroute the wires as best as I can, make sure they're nice and neat, and I'm going to place the case back together and everything. Thank you for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. Remember, guys, if you like this video, like, share, subscribe. It really helps me out. If you have any comments or questions or anything, comment below. Let me know what you guys think. Thank you.